number which divides your given data set in exactly 2 equal parts. So please write down, it is positional number which divides given series into 2 equal parts. Exactly 2 equal parts में अगर करे कोई चीज तो वो मीडियन है. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल बेटा if I say 1, 4, 5, 7, 8. So median will be any number on the third position. क्योंकि there will be 2 numbers below and 2 numbers above. So median will simply be any number on the third position. ऐसे for example, let's say I have the data set 11, 13, randomly take numbers 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then beta, this number, if I look at this number, this will be my median. I have exactly 3 numbers below 17 and exactly 3 numbers after 17. So this 17 will act as a median to my data set. But what is the formula for median? Just by inspection, we don't want to do this. So in order to find the formula for any central tendency, we need to do it for 2 cases. The first is called as ungrouped data. So ungrouped data matlab ki kya? When my data is just scattered around like this, there are no classes that I have created. So in that case, I can have median depending on whether the number of observations are even or odd. So if my n is odd, then my median will be n plus 1 by 2th term. But whenever you will find median, you must arrange the data in ascending order and then try to find the median. So any observation which divides my data set exactly in 2 halves is the median. And here I am saying that if my n is odd, then I will find n plus 1th term. That term will be the median. And beta, if you have n as even, then it will be n by 2th term plus n by 2 plus 1th term divided by 2. So depending on whether you have even or odd, these are the 2 formulas that you will have. Now, beta, if your data set is in fact a grouped data set, then, or in other words, it is a continuous series that you have, then your median will be L plus H by F n by 2 minus C. So beta, L will be the lower limit of median class. H will be the width of median class. F will be the frequency of median class. Right, beta? N will be the total frequency. Okay, beta? And C will be the, so इसको बहुत books CF भी लिखती हैं. This is cumulative frequency of preceding class. Okay, beta. तो एक बार जरा एक एग्जाम्पल लेके देख लेते हैं. So यहीं से शुरू करते हैं. देखो that here my n is 5. I have 5 observations. These are already in ascending order, so I don't have to put them in the ascending order. So beta, median will be n plus 1 by 2th observation. So since my n is 5, it will be 5 plus 1 by 2th observation. That means 6 by 2. That means third observation. So my third observation came out to be 5. So that becomes the median. Suppose, let's say that your data set was this: 1, 5, 7, 4, 8, and let's say 15. Something like this was your data set. So beta, first of all, I can see that there are 6 observations. So I have to use the formula of even data set. Secondly, I can see that this is not in ascending order. So I must first put this in the ascending order. So what will I do? I will put this in the ascending order: 1, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 15. Now this is in the ascending order. And now what I will do? I will use the formula that I know for even series, which will be n by 2th observation plus n by 2 plus 1th observation divided by 2. So here, if you can see, I have n as 6. So beta, this will be 6 by 2th observation plus 6 by 2 plus 1th observation divided by 2. So 6 by 2 means 3. That means I am saying this will be third observation plus 6 by 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So I will have beta fourth observation divided by 2. So my third observation is 5. My fourth observation is 7 divided by 2. So 12 by 2, that means 6. So median of this data set is 6, right? So median is any number that divides your data set in exactly 2 parts. So if I place a 6 here, then 3 numbers will come here and 3 here. That will be the median of my data set. So it is pretty simple to find the median of ungrouped data set. Now let us try to find it for a grouped data set. So take an example. Suppose I go ahead and so we can have a median which is not present in the data set. Yes, beta. A lot of times, whenever you have even data set, your median will never be present in the data set. That's correct, right? It's a lot of times it will also be a decimal. It should be a number which divides it into 2 equal parts. That's what the concept is. Okay, so let us go ahead and have the, let's say, age here. And my age can be 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, and 60 to 70. This is my age group that I have taken. Now, let us take some frequencies. I will just explain what is C beta. Just take a minute. It is cumulative frequency. Let me show you how to get that. So now what I will do is, we will take frequency. So frequency is given to you: 8, 12, 10, 8, 3, 2, 7. Itna hi data diya hoga. And they're asking you, find median. So the first thing that you have to do is find cumulative frequency, CF. This is what this is. Cumulative frequency. So cumulative frequency ka kya matlab hai? You will keep adding the preceding frequencies together. So beta, this will be 8. This will be 12 plus 8. That means 20. This will be 10 plus 12 plus 8. That means it will be 30. So till that level, you add all the preceding frequencies. So 38, then 41, 43, and 50. And so this is what you have got as cumulative frequency. Now, the first thing that you must be doing is you must be finding the median class. देखो हर चीज हमें किसके लिए निकालनी है? Lower limit of the median class, width of the median class, frequency of the median class. तो हर चीज तो median class के लिए निकालनी है ना? So the first thing that I need to do is find the median class. To do that, beta, we know that the sum of frequency will be 50. क्योंकि यहाँ पे 50 आ रहा है ना? तो इन सबको ऐड करके मुझे 50 मिला होगा. Now, in order to find the median class, step 1, you will find n by 2. तो बेटा ये हो जाएगा 50 by 2, that means 25. ठीक है. Now, what will you do? You will go ahead and you will find where can you find CF just greater than n by 2. Where can you find CF, cumulative frequency, just greater than n by 2? तो ऐसा कहां हो रहा है जहां क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी ग्रेटर देन 25 रही होगी, जस्ट ग्रेटर देन 25? तो बेटा ये तो 8 है, ये तो नहीं हो सकता. ये 20 है, ये भी लेस है. ये 30 है, ये करेक्ट है. सो यू विल गेट दिस एज योर मीडियन क्लास. राइट? सो योर मीडियन क्लास विल बिकम एज 20 to 30. अब बस फॉर्मूला में लगा दो. सो मीडियन क्लास हो गई 20 से 30. सो 20 से 30 की लोअर लिमिट हो गई बेटा 20. विड्थ ऑफ द मीडियन क्लास, तो विड्थ मतलब कि लोअर लिमिट एंड अपर लिमिट का गैप. सो द गैप बेटा इज 10. फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ द मीडियन क्लास, बेटा मीडियन क्लास की जो फ्रीक्वेंसी आई है वो है 10. n, दैट मीन्स टोटल फ्रीक्वेंसी. टोटल फ्रीक्वेंसी आई है 50. एंड क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ द प्रीवियस क्लास, मीडियन क्लास से पहले वाले की क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी, माने क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी में एक ऊपर वाली लूंगी. सो आई विल टेक दैट एज 20. So beta, with this I have got all my values with me. Just put it in the formula. So if I just put this in the formula, I will get 20 plus 10 by 50, not 50, 10, 50 by 2 minus 20. This is what you will get. So if you solve this, you will get 20 plus 5. That means 25. So your median will be 25. So the aim here is to identify the median class. If you can identify the median class, you can just simply go ahead and solve the question. Okay, beta, let us take the next question. Question number 2. So I am saying find the median. And now what I have done is, I have written here marks less than. And here I've written 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, and 10. And I've given you the number of students here. So I've given you 100, 90, 80, 60, 32, 20, and then 13, and then 5. These are the number of students that you have. Better check that now the language is changed. So it is saying number of students who have scored less than 80. तो 80 से कम कितने बच्चों के आए हैं? 100 बच्चों के. और 70 से कम कितने बच्चों के आए हैं? 90 के. So बेटा 70 और 80 के बीच में कितने बच्चे रहे होंगे? 10. So now what you have to do is you have to try and change this data set such that you are able to get the class interval from this data set. So again, just think about it. I am saying that there are 5 students who have scored less than 10. And there are 20, there are 13 students who have scored less than 20. So beta 10 से 20 के बीच में कितने बच्चे रहे होंगे? 13 minus 5, that means 8. So there will be 8 students who have scored between 10 to 20 and 0 से 10 के बीच में 5. Similarly, just try and convert it. So when you see that marks less than 30, there are 20 students who have scored less than 30 and there are 13 students who have scored less than 20. तो बच्चे 20 से 30 के बीच में कितने रहे होंगे? 20 minus 13, that means 7. Just convert this entire data set in that aspect. So I will now have 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, and 70 to 80. Between 0 to 10, I see that there are 5 people. Between 10 to 20, I see that there are 8 people. Between 20 to 30, there are 7 people. And similarly, you can just subtract and keep finding. So, if you see, then less than 40, there are 32 people, and less than 30, there are 20 people. So between them, there will be 12 people. So, इनको जब subtract करते जाओगे ना, you will keep getting how many people are there in that particular class. So by solving it, you will get a data set which looks like this. Beta, you have to practice these questions on the same day, please. This is your data set. Now, understand, beta, everybody, all 100 students have scored less than 80. So total students to 100 हुए ना. So when you add this frequency together, you should get exactly 100. Because everybody has scored less than 80, all 100 students. So from that 100 only, I'm making this split. So when I add the frequency together, I should get back that 100. Now, we just have to find cumulative frequency. So ये हो जाएगा 5, 13, 20, 32. बस add कर रहे हैं 60, 80, 90 and 100. अब median निकालो बेटा. So what will be n by 2? N by 2 will be 100 divided by 2. That means 50. Find the median class. Won't the CF be one given above? Yes, beta. That is exactly what the CF is. That is what I've written. 5, 13, 20, 32. Yahi CF hai. Correct. The same thing. Huh? So now just find n by 2. That will be 50. So 50 के लिए कौन सी ऐसी क्लास है such that it has its जो भी हम लोग उसकी frequency check करेंगे, it should be matching according to 50. So I want the cumulative frequency to be greater than exactly n by 2. So find out that class whose cumulative frequency is greater than 50. That will be this class, beta. Its cumulative frequency is greater than 50. So now I have got all values that my median class will be 40 to 50. Sometimes in MCQs, they will directly ask you median class. They won't go beyond that. ठीक है जी? तो अच्छा कभी-कभी क्या होता है ना, जैसे median class बेटा अगर 40 से 50 के बीच में है, इससे मुझे एक आइडिया मिल गया कि जो भी मेरा median होगा, it must lie between 40 to 50 because वही मेरी median class है. So supposedly they ask you to find the median and they've given you 4 options: 42, 57, 38, 26. Suppose ऐसे कोई options दिए हैं and they're asking you find the median. So beta, I know that my median class is 40 to 50. That means my median has to lie between 40 to 50. So I can simply eliminate these 3 options and say that the median will be 40. So you can also do this if there is only one option in the median class. Okay. Achha, so median class is 40 to 50. So L ho jayega 40, lower limit. Okay. Frequency median class की हो गई 28. Class की width हो गई 10. और cumulative frequency formula में लेते हैं of the previous class. So previous class की cumulative frequency हो गई 32. Just put this in the formula and you should be able to get the median. So median will be 40 plus 10 by 28, 50 minus 32. Correct, beta. The median will be 46.4. That's the answer to your question. Okay. Now, we are going to go ahead and we are going to take one more question for the median, and I'm going to just tell you how to solve this. Then later you can just try to do it yourself. So let's say, beta, that you're given a question where the median data is not continuous. So for example, you're given, let's say, 92 to 97. 98 to 103, 104 to 100 and let's say not 103, let's say 102, 102 to let's say 108. ऐसा कुछ डेटा दिया हुआ है आपको. But this data set that is given to you is not continuous. You see that this is 97, then this starts from 98. This is 102, and then this suppose starts from 103. ऐसा कुछ data set दिया हुआ है. So whenever you are given a data set which is not continuous, before you calculate the median or even mean, you must convert this into a continuous data set. How do I convert this into a continuous data set? So what will you do is you will check the gap between these two. So the gap between two is 98 minus 97. That means 1. And you can go ahead and you can just find the average of the gap. That means it is going to be 0.5. That is going to be my average. What you will do is from the upper limit, you're going to just add this, right? And from this lower limit, you can just subtract this. And you can convert this into a continuous data set. So what will happen is your data set will look like this: 92.5 to 97.5, 97.5 to 102.5, something like this, 102.5 to 107.5. Suppose this is 7, and so on. So basically, if you have a discontinuous data set, you must first convert that into a continuous data set before you can go ahead and before you can solve it. That is what is important. Okay. Otherwise, the process is the same. Okay. So just a homework question before I go to mode. Please try and do this. So you're given sales and you're given frequency. You're given sale less than 10, less than 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And you're given frequency 4, 20, 35, 55, 62, 67. ठीक है, ऐसा दिया हुआ है. The question is find the median. Right? And I'm telling you that the answer that you should be getting, please verify. You should get median as 29. That should be your answer. Okay. Now what we will do is we will go back to the characteristics that we had studied yesterday beta. So if you remember the features that I had studied, the first feature was that it should be rigidly defined. This is what the first feature of median central tendency said. So the question is median rigidly defined? Yes. I have a fixed formula for median, so that is correct. But the second feature was that it should be easy to understand. Is median easy to understand? Yes, the formula is pretty simple. The third feature was better, it should be based on all observations. Is median based on all observations? No. देखो कैसे all observation पे based नहीं है, क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि ध्यान से देखो कि ये ऑब्जर्वेशन बेटा, ये जो 8 है, अगर इस 8 को मैं 80 भी बना दूं, it does not matter. It is just based on the position. It does not matter what other observations come out to be. Suppose your observation minus 100 भी होती, it does not matter. My median will always be the third position because there are 5 observations. So it is not based on all observations. So we are going to go ahead and say that no, it is not based on all observations. Fourth, beta, is it suitable for further mathematical or statistical theory? So partially. Why partially? Because very rarely you will see median being used further. एक median deviation करके निकालते हैं, but otherwise you will not see median a lot. चाहे वेरिएंस निकालना हो, चाहे स्टैंडर्ड डिविएशन निकालना हो, या और कुछ भी हाइपोथेसिस टेस्टिंग करना हो, most of the time everything is done on mean. A lot is not done on median, so it is not being used too much for the mathematical or statistical theory. Then beta fifth, is it affected by outliers or sampling? Beta, it is not affected by outliers. It is not affected by outliers. Kyun? Because exactly this is what I explained you, that when you make this number very extreme also, suppose it's 80,000 bhi kar do, my median will still be 5. It is not being, it does not change by your extreme observations, right? So, in fact, this is the best merit of median, that median is a positional average. It is not affected by extreme observation. इसको extreme observation से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. पर डिसएडवांटेज भी यही है कि वो हर ऑब्जर्वेशन को कंसिडर ही नहीं करता और सिर्फ कुछ ऑब्जर्वेशन को कंसिडर करता है. राइट. One more thing which I wanted to highlight yesterday, beta, which we did, that median can also be calculated for qualitative data set. है ना, जैसे आप मेरे पास एक डेटा लेके आओ और आप बोलो कि मैम लोग मेरे पास ऐसे, आई हैव 10 स्टूडेंट्स, द फर्स्ट वन हैज लो IQ, मीडियम IQ, मीडियम IQ, मीडियम IQ, हाई IQ, ऐसे करके आपने एक डेटा सेट दे दिया मुझे. नाउ यू आस्क मी, मैम what is the median of this data set? So I will just calculate observation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means the one here is the median. There are 3 below this and 3 above this. So we can get some idea about the data set that 50% of the students have medium IQ. More, 50% have more than medium, 50% have less than medium. So median can still be used for finding some analysis even on the qualitative data set, which mean cannot be used. Many कह सकती on an average you have medium IQ. Now, I cannot talk about mean that way, but I can still do some analysis, some qualitative analysis using median. Okay, beta. Now,